The equation I want you guys to graph is 3x plus 4y equals 6. You'll notice it is in standard form, so that allows us to not be able to recognize or just letting that slope not being easily recognized as if we were graphing in slope-intercept form. So the next thing I want to do is to select two coordinates on our equation, on our graph. So I can select the y-intercept and the x-intercept, but I want to choose something completely different. So I'm going to select a point over here and a random point over here. All right. And the next thing I'm going to do is convert those coordinates to decimal form just so they're a little bit easier to read. And then I'm going to select each of those points once more. You'll notice that it is highlighted even more, and I want to show label. So what Classpad.net has done, it has actually created the first point as point 1, so P1, and the second point as P2, and then it automatically converts that first x coordinate to x1. It saves it, not converts, sorry. It saves it as x1 and y1, and the second coordinate as x2 and y2. And if I chose additional points on the graph, it would do the same with point 3, point 4, and point 5. All right, well, really all we need to find slope is two coordinates, 2 points. So the next thing I'm going to do is open up a calculate icon, sticky. All right, and the typical variable that is used for slope that we typically commonly see is m. And instead of just finding m, I want to actually define m so that I could use it maybe in the future. So for those of you that aren't familiar, the colon equal sign is the symbol used to define m, to find a variable, define a function, different things like that. So I want to define m, our slope, as, and instead of typing in those numbers, 3.71, negative 2.95, and so on, because those are decimal numbers and I'm not using the actual standard form, the actual number itself, those are rounded, I'm going to choose y and type in y sub 2. Now, the way I was able to do that was to use the underscore key on my keyboard. So I'm going to type y and use the underscore key. So I have to press shift minus on my keyboard and type in 1, and there is your underscore. And do the same with x sub 2 minus x sub 1. All right, so that is the definition of slope. I'm going to hit execute, and there is my slope. Now, from the equation, the standard form equation, we can easily see that if I were to move 3x to the right and then divide everything by 4, that would give me my negative 3 over 4. So it is easy to see, these numbers were much easier to see that that is my correct slope. Another neat thing I can do next is then enter in my equations in y equals mx plus b form and find that b value. So I have y1. So I'm going to type y sub 1 equals m times x underscore 1 plus b. Hit execute, and there is my b value. Now, obviously, it's substituted the numbers in and calculated them, but it actually hasn't actually solved the calculation for b for us. So I can then say b is defined as my fraction 297 over 80 minus my other fraction 177 over 80, and do some quick arithmetic to find the exact value for b. Right? So now I have my equation from standard form and it has been converted into slope-intercept form. So then I can go back to my graph here. I can add another equation and type in y equals my fraction negative 3 over 4 x plus, and I remember my slope or my intercept is 3 over 2, 3 over 2. Hit execute, and you'll notice that the calculator has graphed right on top of that same equation because the equations are exactly the same. So it's just another neat way to kind of find and convert find slope using the coordinates and then converting that into slope-intercept form. If you have any other questions, feel free to comment on this video, or if you want to see anything else, feel free to leave us a comment. For more Classpad.net tips, please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.